as a government and for me especially as the Chief Minister, the youth has been a very, very important section of society, and I consider it as one of the most important pillars and the future, of course, of the state and the country as a whole. And hence it is very important as a government for us to be able to focus and to be able to give that specific attention to the youth, to ensure that we are able to really guide them in the right manner. Friends, education has been at the core of society, has been at the core of what we do as a government, and more importantly, as we move ahead as a state, striving to become one of the best states in the country, working towards ensuring that we are able to shine in the future. These dreams and this vision of ours can only and only come true if we are able to provide quality education to our children. And while I say that, I'm aware of the great challenges we face in the education sector. It is not an easy sector to work in. The challenges we face are numerous in the education sector, and hence they will take time to move forward and to rectify and to create the right environment, not just in our cities and towns, but in every district, every block, every subdivision, and all the corners and the rural areas of our state. And hence it's a humongous task. But I believe that if we are able to put our hearts and minds in the right place, if we are able to create the right policies and plans and programs, if we are able to work in a committed manner towards achieving those goals, towards fulfilling those programs and policies, it may take time, but I'm sure a day will come when we will be a shining example of how education should be imparted to our youngsters. In 2018, when we took over the government, we had a huge problem with vaccination in our state. We had a review meeting right at the beginning of my government, and I had to hear a long lecture from the health minister telling me how Meghalaya was at the bottom, saying every time that Meghalaya is number 27. Mr. Sangma, what are you doing? I told the Honorable Minister, Government of India, that sir, we have just started. Please allow us to work. We are going to work dedicatedly and we will change it. Friends, last 3.5, 4 years we've been working to improve the vaccination from the rank 27, the bottommost state in the country when we took over. But through the tireless efforts of the government, of the officials, of the doctors, the nurses, all the health officials, in matter of 4 years, Meghalaya is today ranked number 2 in the country. From number 27, we went to number 2. And this doesn't happen just because we want to make it happen or we just say it will happen. It happens because there is a lot of faith, passion, purpose with which we do things. And hence today when I tell you that we will be a shining example in education, I assure you we are moving towards it and we will achieve it. It may take us time. Nothing is easy in life. But we are committed to what we want to do. And we have shown it in almost every sector in the government. And today, slowly and steadily, Meghalaya is becoming a shining example, whether it's tourism, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's Jal Jeevan Mission, whether it's PMGSY construction, whether it is the vaccination programs we're having. In all the programs, Meghalaya is today climbing up the ladder, and I intend to continue it. And in education also it will happen. But we need to work together. I thank the solutions. This is the 100 years of the solutions in Northeast India. We were just discussing with my friend. I think I've been to more than 15 programs of these 100th centenary celebration of the solutions. Every third, fourth day I'm there because there's so much they have done. The Catholic mission has done so much. Our different denominations, the Presbyterians have done so much. Christianity has changed the way the people live. It's not just the soul and the spirit, but it's in every sector that Christianity has today impacted the lives and the level of livelihood and all aspects of the common citizens of our state. And education is again one shining example. And St. Thomas today, your school, your institute, is surely one of the best examples of how our Christian missionaries, different denominations, but these Christian missionaries have made a difference in the people's lives. And so many lives have changed, and so many people have been benefited out of this. I thank our missionaries who have dedicated and sacrificed. Our MDC, in his talk, he spoke about sacrifice. It's a very simple word and we use it all the time, but this is a living example of what sacrifice means. And therefore I thank the governing body and I thank the teachers for this wonderful gift, this wonderful institute that you have given to the people out here. And once again, I wish you all the very best. I know there are many, many miles to go and many, many years to go. I only urge, and I keep telling people, that one of the most important qualities for any successful organization, the most important quality for any individual, and one of the most important qualities for any institution also, is to be able to see the future and plan for it. You must have a vision. You must have a goal. Where would you like to see St. Thomas in the next 50 years? Is it going to be a university one day? Is it going to be a college one day? Well, make a plan. Work towards it. And we'll keep moving forward. You'll face challenges. But it should not stop you from thinking big. I urge the governing body and all others who are here, not just from St. Thomas College, from St. Thomas High Secondary School, I've already made your college, from higher secondary, but all other institutes, any organization, the sign of a far-sighted organization is the vision that you have. I have a vision for our government. I have a vision for our state. I work towards it. It helps me to move towards something. Similarly, every institute and each one of you must have. The children out here, I just want to ask you one question in your heart. You don't have to answer. But how many of you know what you want to do in life? If you know what you want to do in life, you already have made a start. And you haven't, then you better. You need to have a goal. And the goal may change as you grow older. When I was a small child, when I was 3 or 4 or 5 years old, I wanted to be an army officer. I found it very nice and cool. Then my father was a member of parliament and minister, so I used to see the police always going in front. And so I asked my father, why are you behind? Why aren't you in front? So he explained to me the police is supposed to be in front. I said, then you're not smart, I told him. Because you're behind, you're number 2, you should be number 1. You should have been a police, I used to tell him. So I wanted to be a police after that. Then I wanted to be in business. Then I wanted to be a musician. I don't know if you know, I had this long hair at one point in time. I was a guitarist, you know. Then it didn't work out for me. I was not a great musician. And slowly and steadily I found what I really wanted to do in life. And that is to serve the people. I wanted to make a difference in people's life. I like to meet people. I like to work with people. I like to make changes in people's lives. And I found this to be the best way that I could contribute to society. And I'm enjoying it. I hope that each of you will find the direction in your life, find that goal in your life, move forward with it, work towards that goal. Whether you're in class 1, 2, 3 or class 10, doesn't matter. You must have a goal in your life. So with these few words, once again I thank the entire managing committee. I thank our principal and all the other teachers and vice principal and non-teaching staff and all the governing body for inviting me. We have started with 10 lakhs for this stadium. Let me assure you that whatever is required in the future, I will keep supporting you to ensure that we see the full conclusion of this particular stadium that is there, and ensure that a proper infrastructure comes out, especially as the vice principal said, that we need sports, we need activity for our youth, and I'm also a true believer in that, and hence whatever support is required, we will keep moving forward. Let's start the process and we will take the next step as it comes. I'll be in touch with all of you, especially the principal, to ensure that we see the logical conclusion and completion of this particular gallery. So with these few words, once again, I thank each and every one of you. May God bless St. Thomas Higher Secondary School. May God bless each and every one of you. And may God bless our beautiful state of Meghalaya.